Welcome to the STK Basics on 2 and 3D graphic windows. Make sure you have STK 12 downloaded on your computer, and also open stkbasics.vdf. Today we're going to just look at the two windows and how we can maneuver around them. This is shown in the red box. The two windows should come up. On the left is a 3D window, which has the globe. You'll notice the city of Chicago is there. You can see the orbit, but the satellite's on the other side of the globe. Over on the right is the 2D window, and this is a Mercator map that shows the ground track of the satellite. Satellite's located on the far left side, and again, you can see the city of Chicago. Up at the very top, you're going to see there's a toolbar, has file, edit, view, but over to the right is called a window. We're going to use that button. The first thing we're going to talk about is something called cascading. If you look at that toolbar window, you go down, there's cascade. If you hit that, there are two open windows, 3D and 2D graphic, and they put them on top of each other. If you have other windows that are also open, those would also cascade. This sometimes becomes helpful when you have a lot of windows open to find out exactly where things are. Another way you can do this is you can tile horizontally. And again, you go to the window. There's a button down there called Tile Horizontally. It takes each of the windows and it puts them in a horizontal position. And so in this case, they're on top of each other. Now, the normal way when we first open up is tile vertically. Again, on the window, if you hit tile vertically, you'll notice we have our 2 and 3D window on the left and the right side. Now, we're going to talk about rotating the views on these two windows. And to do this, I'm going to go to my STK. So this is my actual STK. I'll remind you, we go to, we already looked at how to cascade it. That's up in that window button at the top. I can also move around on here. If I take my left mouse button and hold it down, I can move the globe left and right. I can actually go up and down and spin it all around. And the one thing I'll talk about is what happens if I get this view here. I'm looking at Antarctica and I can't figure out how to get it straightened out here. Well, luckily on the 3D window, there's another set of toolbars up at the top of just that window. And about in the middle is there, it looks like an eyeball. It's got an H. It's called the home view. And if you click on that, it goes back to the beginning of the scenario. It essentially resets the whole problem there. Now, on the right side, on the ground track map, if you hold the left button down, the only thing we can do is go left and right. We can't go up and down. But that allows us to move around in case you want to get something in the center. And the next thing we're going to talk about is doing a zoom. So how do we get inside there? So if I open this back up, I'm actually going to start on the 2D window here. Up at the top of the 2D window, our toolbar, we actually have a zoom in and a zoom out. So I'm going to hit zoom in, and what that allows you to do is to draw a box around something. In this case, I put it around Chicago, and I get a closer view. Now, I'm going to do that again. I'm going to make a smaller box, and I can continue to do that to get closer views. The other thing you can zoom in on is on your mouse. If you have a wheel, if I wheel forward, I can zoom in. Now, you'll notice as I get closer and closer, this kind of looks like an apartment complex there. These pictures come from Bing. So depending on the accuracy and currency of the Bing photos, you can get a very close-up picture. You obviously can also use your zoom button to go out. Now, if I get here and I want to go back to my actual spot, I can just click on the zoom button a few times and I'll eventually get back there. In other words, I don't have to draw a box. So let's go to the 3D window, and I'm going to move around. Actually, I'm going to the problem is Chicago's in the dark right now. So let me go down by Los Angeles. I'm going to hit the zoom button on the 3D window, and I'm going to see if I can find Los Angeles in here. Okay, well, I know it's up there a little bit further. I think, let me go to the home view here. I actually need to get that more, I need to center this better. So let me zoom out and I'll make sure I got Los Angeles in there. Okay, I'm going to zoom out again, somewhere up here. Okay, I think I'm closer to San Francisco, but I'll zoom out one more time. Let me go over here because I see some city. Again, I can zoom in with my wheel. Now, I guess that's not really a city there, okay? But there's like a farmland, okay? So it's a little harder to move around, but I'm going to zoom in on my wheel here, and oh, I see the stars in the orbit. What I've actually done is I've zoomed to the other side of the Earth and the 3D globe, and now I'm looking at the stars. So just a reminder, if you get that position, you need to go to the home window. So let's review what we did on here. We looked at the 2 and 3D windows. We talked about how to cascade them, tile them horizontally and vertically. We used the home view to get the 3D window back to our original starting point. And then we showed how to zoom in either using the zoom buttons at the top of the individual windows or using the wheel on your mouse.